We are now ready for book 2, and we're going to start to read music. And I hope that you're going to just love this, and this is going to set you on a path for continuing and really playing the violin well. Be sure to check, make sure your violin's in tune, make sure your fingers are going to be over the tape, make sure that you have a good bow grip, you're relaxed, fingers spread apart a little bit, thumb curved underneath, and that will help you to sound a lot better. So we're going to start today. Look at the first page in the book, and I'm going to introduce to you the names of the notes. You may know this already if you've had some music reading, but so just ignore it. But I want to make sure that we don't miss anything. The very first thing that you'll see on the page, a piece of music, is a treble clef that squiggles around. It's the very first thing you'll see at the beginning of the music. Right beside that, in this case, you're going to see what looks like hashtags, and they're sharps. I won't tell you more about them right now. That will come. But for right now, I will just give you the preliminaries to get you started. Going across the page, you have 5 lines and 4 spaces. This is called the staff. That's the music staff. And an easy way to remember the names of the lines of that staff is a little phrase: every good boy deserves fudge. So look at the bottom line, and every, of course, starts with E. So E, good, G, B, D, F. And the music notes sit on those lines. If there's a line going through the note, that's the name of the note. So that's pretty easy. The spaces in between, you have 4 spaces, and that spells the word face. So from the bottom space, F, A, C, E. And those are the names of the notes that are sitting on those spaces. No line through them, but on the spaces. So while I'm talking about this, I'm going to jump a little bit ahead in your lesson plan here, but just so you to clarify, if you have a note, the very first note of the D scale that you see here, if it looks like a circle and it's not colored in, that's called a whole note. I think of a hole in the ground, whole note, and that will get 4 counts or 4 beats. So when you put your bow on the string, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how you know how long to hold it. When you see God is Faithful as our first song at the bottom of the page, you have notes that are colored in and they have a little stem. Those are called quarter notes, and they get 1 count or 1 beat. So 1, 1, 1, 1. God is faithful. Then I'll take you clear to the end of the song, and you have a note that's not colored in, and it has a little stem. That's a half note. Gets 2 counts, and you'll hold it 1, 2. So those are the basics. And right now, we're going to start with the D scale. So look at the first page. You did the A scale. It's exactly the same thing. You're just going to move over a string. So as you know, first string E, then A, then D. So I would suggest starting with pizzicato first. You have D, then 1, 2, 3, open A, 1, 2, 3. And you can use this as a chart as you're looking at the music in this book, and that way if you get stuck, you could always look back at it, and that would be helpful for you. Okay, take your bow, and we'll do the word patterns on each note of the D scale. And I'll do sing praises, shout praises. And then, of course, we'll come back down again. So for the sake of time, I won't do that. We're going to jump right down to God is Faithful. You will recognize this, I believe, Frere Jacques. You've probably sung it, but the words are different. So take a look at those words. They're good. So take a look at the D scale, the very first note. It's important that you get all this right now. Below the staff, you have an open D. That's your open D string. It's marked, and as I say, use it as a chart. Look at the first note of God is Faithful. Same thing. It's not a whole note, but it's a quarter note, but it's down below the staff. So you just have to remember that. You can't do the every good boy deserves thing. It's open D. So take a look at that. Pizzicato, okay, and open D. Look at your chart for the next note. Bottom line, first finger. Next note, bottom space, second finger. Keep looking at your chart if you need to, but start associating the first note, D below the staff, and then look at that next time you see it. Then this repeats, so start getting it in your head. Now, skip up, and if you need to look at the chart again, but you might remember what it looked like. Bottom space, 2. Then up, 3, look at the chart, and then you're over to open A, and this repeats. Now, the second line, you have notes that have a black line connecting them. Those are eighth notes, and they will go twice as fast as the quarter notes. Now go over to 1 on G. This is not on the chart, but it doesn't matter. You'll get this later. 1 on G, and then repeat that. Then do it with the bow. And you have some notes, some little curved lines connecting these notes. We'll come back to that later. Those are called slurs. I won't give those to you right now. Go ahead right now, do a pizzicato with the bow, and start to assimilate with reading the music. And we'll see you next time. Bye.